I don't mean to be a hater, but I'm really starting to hate Spokane. The food here is excellent, but the left wing seems to think it's really cute and fun to be little womanizing, misogynistic, greedy motherfucking assholes. What? You're for Trump? You're allowing the misogyny and womanizing even though you're left wing. What the fuck is with you, Gen Z? Why are you like Trump? Okay, here's how it all pans out and works together, because I got a lot of questions about telomeres and telomeres. You're a Gen Z woman, college age, right? Okay, you deep down, you want a mature older male. At anything, you want a mature male that doesn't seem like you're dating your brother. And you think about this and you're like, well, I'll just date millennials, you say. Well, you already know how self-righteous most millennials are, where they have to be included in every little fucking discussion. Yay, we're the millennials. It's kind of like their religion. There's a lot of age phobia against, like on dating sites against Generation X. I'm starting to see it a little open up a bit on Tinder, but you know damn well that you have a bigotry problem. That's all kind of short empathy and your right super marginal desires. You will get over it when you're 30, they say, but if I can pose the scientific genetic argument, you're going to get over it right now. Because the mouse study from October of 2019 said that non-genetically altered mice will be healthier and longer living, so longer chromosomes. Then there's all those studies about older men between the ages of 35 and 55 that say that your kids from them will give your kids longer telomeres, longer tips of the chromosomes. And also young women, the same conference of the longer telomeres, especially if they're between 18 and 24, which is usually about where moms are anyway when they have kids. It's about 18 to 24. My mom was that age. There's a lot of like teen moms these days. There's a lot of like college age moms these days. We're seeing a huge like baby boom because of COVID, which is stupid because it just shows the idiots are out there breeding and fucking. You look around Spokane and these women are walking around 2 at a time even though they're left wing with some dude because of BLM. And I love Black Lives Matter, but you guys are really getting greedy out there. And a lot of these white wigger dudes are emulating your behavior of walking around 2 women at a time. All I have to say is, if you're left wing, why are you supporting their misogyny, womanizing, classism, and greed? Why is Gen Z like Trump? But let's get back on the point, the longer telomere thing. They'll say things like, oh, it's only a certain percentage of your sperm if you're Gen X. We'll get there. Yeah, but wouldn't those sperm be the fastest swimmers that they have longer telomeres? Why is there so much research on grayback mammals within the animal kingdom, especially like monkeys and wolves? Why is there so much research and recognition of the grayback and also young, fertile, female adult monkeys and wolves? Doesn't it add up? Also look at things like dropping rates of empathy. Well, that's the right supramarginal gyrus. That's my personal take on it. And also I kind of combine the whole like man-woman thing because it takes 2 to make a child, right? So it really gets you thinking now, doesn't it? What if we just in the lab combined a Gen Z egg with a Gen X sperm from 2020? What would happen? Wouldn't that give your kid, the offspring, the zygote, stronger, longer living DNA? Wouldn't it be longer living, healthier offspring? But still age phobia? Come on. You're going to make this about money, class, things like how much a dude gets laid. You're just going to go fuck with the flat belts that get laid all the time, 2 at a time. You're gonna allow the greed even though you're left wing. You're gonna allow the misogyny and the womanizing even though you're left wing. Why are you like Trump? Trump's a freaking idiot and has no soul, kind of, is what I'm saying. It's like he's mean-spirited. So you're just going to allow this shit to occur. The greed. You're going to walk a new chick out there every day. With me, if I had one hottie, I would stop, you know what I mean? I would put my life into her to build a relationship. But what are you guys doing? You're out there just getting pussy after pussy, and I try to befriend you. How are you my friend? Why do you need 50 fucking girlfriends? Why do you women tolerate the bullshit from these guys? What part of this argument is just going over your heads? I'm a smart enough guy. I make board games. I study genetics as a hobby. My dad has a 12-acre little micro ranch. I'm homeless. But are you classist even though you're left wing? Are you violent even though every light pole and structure downtown has a camera attached to it? Doesn't that show that you don't know what you're talking about? Why are you little bitches towards me? Why are you little assholes towards me? You're just going to be violent? Dude. What part of this argument just went over your head? Yeah, all of it, I guess. You're just going to sit there and not answer the question. Spokane, are you all a bunch of Republicans now? Like, I went to that Black Lives Matter ACAB shit. Why are you all womanizing little Gen Z morons? I mean, why are you like this? Why are you like Trump? Why is it a different chick every day? Why are you trotting out 2 or 3 women at a time? Don't you think that makes you look a little like Trump, you little womanizers? Why do you women tolerate this bullshit from these little fucking misogynists? Oh, is it time to get violent? There's cameras everywhere. Watch your fucking shit. Why are you greedy little motherfuckers? Why are you tolerating their misogyny as you're complaining about their misogyny? Like, why are you dating these jock-ass males that treat you like crap? Women, you really need to stop dating dudes your own age. Even J-Lo had that big spiel about how a dude's not even really a man until he's like 35. I'm going to go with 40 on this one, cats, because I've seen you millennials, and you're still the most self-righteous motherfuckers out there. Stop. You need to date me. I designed board games. I'm intelligent enough to have gone to school last year after like tons of years of not going to school. I've gone from a 5X shirt to an XL. If you talk to me, you'll realize that I'm probably the ideal type of boyfriend. My parents have a bunch of money that I'll inherit one day. I'm not really sitting there begging for money like these entitled pieces of shit because I was raised right. I'm pursuing a lawsuit against Cloudflare for insinuating some lying ass shit that incited some hate for 4 years over Kiwi Farms. And also, Facebook didn't take the hate group down, and this incitation of hate caused a bunch of violence where I was beat with baseball bats across the street from a bar. And this bar said that it had video evidence of this attack, which means there's video cameras everywhere. What are you doing? Withholding evidence? I hope not, because that's a court case. I want to get multi-millions of dollars from suing you asses. You know what I'm saying? The big guys, like Chris Hansen, just running his fucking mouth and slandering and libeling me. Kiwi Farms, Facebook, the real big guys that incited a bunch of hate, which caused offline violence. Yeah, there's cameras everywhere. I hate to mention that again and again. Gen Z, stop. What are you trying to do, trying to get kids? Are you trying to get your kids to have weaker DNA despite all the evidence from Cambridge and Switzerland about younger dudes giving their kids weaker DNA? All this evidence of intelligence dropping and blah, 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 blah for like decades and empathy. But the fact that like an older dude that's at 2020, a Gen X male, which would be like me, the chemical is called telomerase, would give your kids stronger DNA. Blah, blah, blah. The sperm with the long telomeres would be faster swimmers. Look at me. I obviously don't have Marfan syndrome. I'm built like a Mack truck, not like a skinny little nerd that won't get laid till he's 35 because women won't touch nerds. Usually. I mean, like, they're not the prettiest pretty boys. They're decent enough blokes. What I'm saying is, like, Bill Gates probably was ignored until he had some money. The classism of women, am I right? I mean, I'm super proud of BLM, but you guys are so greedy. You'll come out there with your classism and your shitty cars and, like, haul off 5 women at a time. I need to listen to you with your greed. How are you left wing? Why are you tolerating these guys' misogyny from the little wiggers and shit that just trot out 2 women at a time? You don't think that's a bit sexist and greedy and classist to hoard and to flash women? Why do you tolerate their misogyny? Think about that. Bullshit about me disproven. Move on. Disproven in a court. But you keep bringing it up? Oh, shut the fuck up. You're not my friend. How are you my friend? Here's how you could be my friend. You live in Spokane. You know hot 18 to 24-year-old women. You hook me up, and I, take her to pizza. We meet for pizza. I'm not a car driver or anything. I don't really like pollution. But neither does your generation. The classist-ass hypocrites at the bars, like, trotting out their women and the cars, are really, like, anti their own generation. They're capitalist dogs, you know what I mean? Most Gen Z are not like them. You flash cars and get honeys. How are you a Democrat again? You kind of seem like a Republican. Anyway, you know these women, okay? You're out there kicking it with, like, different chicks every day and whatnot, or you know a bunch of women. In Washington State, marijuana is legal. So, I mean, you hook me up. I don't have a problem spending $75 to kick you an ounce. How are you my friend? Zoomers, it's baby time. Where they at? You greedy womanizers like Trump. Where they at? You ever just get the feeling that dudes are a bunch of bitches? I mean, like, I'm a dude and all, but, like, if you were, like, starving and really needed something, I'd hook you up. I'm an atheist, though. Christians are a bunch of dude bitches. Because it's like, oh, excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse. Look at my girlfriend, let me brag a little bit, but never help you bullshit. Bitch made!